Today is Saturday, March the 14th, 2020. I am Julie Hankinson, and this is the view out my window. Well, as you can see, it is foggy, it is gray, it is, goodness, just miserable looking outside. It is cold, and I have just snuggled up today and been watching Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries and eating cold salmon on crackers, on Triscuit crackers, and I've got some real brie that's imported from France, and I've been snacking down on that and just being totally decadent, 1920s decadent, to go along with my Miss Fisher Murder Mysteries. You know, all 1920s, the dresses and the glamour, and it was just fun to escape sometimes, and to just not really be present in this reality, if you will excuse me for saying so. So I hope that you are also having a great day indoors today, and that you don't have to go out and expose yourself to contagion, because that does seem to be our new reality. And I think that we will all be finding a lot more indoor self-isolating entertainment. I think that should be a lot easier said than done for all the people that have Xbox addictions. But some of us aren't in that era, that genre. And so for me, I'll just enjoy my old movies and some of the recreations of the the classics. Thank goodness for Netflix and Hulu and Disney, right? I think that we are definitely going to be utilizing their services a lot more in the upcoming days. So I am making a lot more posts, putting them up on YouTube. Some of them are, not controversial. Some of them are. They are all my journeys down the rabbit hole, my rabbit hole investigations, if you will. And I should state that none of them are to be politically divisive or meant to be offensive. They are just my opinions, and I hope that you all will express your own opinions. Oh goodness, I can actually see a boat coming in through the fog. It's over in the left-hand part of the screen. It is just inching along because it is so foggy out there. But anyway, always something interesting to see in the view out my window, that's for sure. Yesterday we had swooping Seahawks, and today we have fishing vessels that are creeping back home to the harbor because they go out every day to catch fish. But anyway, back to my political statement. My only political statement was that in the U.S. we should have free testing, and that Japan actually has a new 15-minute kit that is coming out on Monday, and it is, only $24 per sample, and then it's completed in 15 minutes. So I really felt that it would be fiscally responsible for the United States to use a faster and cheaper method than they are currently using. because apparently in the United States, we do not have enough kits to make sure that everyone gets a sample. And to me, that's all that democracy is for all of us to have equal access to what the health care that we need to be able to get the diagnosis, and I know we all have health care because even if it's the low, cheapest kind, we are required to have it. And for that reason, these kits, a low-cost method of early diagnosis for the COVID-19, the novel coronavirus, should be available to all of us at no expense. And, how are we going to control this pandemic if we're not being tested? As I said, I had a toxicology teacher when I was in school, and he said you only find what you're looking for, what you're testing for. And if we're not testing for the virus, whether it be because we don't have enough kits, or it takes too long, or we don't have enough labs or personnel to analyze the test, then we should be looking at tests that don't cost as much, don't take as much time or as much manpower to process. We need all the help we can get, and we should not be madly printing dollars to justify excessive spending. Now, I'm not saying it's excessive to actually help people out, as in if they don't have the child care or they need food to help them through this time. I'm saying we shouldn't be spending $1,000 per analysis when it can only cost $24. I mean, let's try and be realistic about what we're doing. And I think whatever our political views, we should all be working together at this time to help each other. And well, this is my political statement. All of us working together to stay healthy and stay alive, and to keep, us moving forward as carefully and best as we can. And I hope that doesn't offend anyone, but that's how I feel, that we can't just go forward and ignore everybody. And we do need to pull together and to do the best we can at this time. And I know that there is shortages, and we all need to be creative and just, take care of ourselves, our families, and if we can, our friends. But let's be united on making sure that we all get tested so that we can do the best we can to protect ourselves and our families, and not expose anyone to this virus through neglect or, because there's not enough money or enough tests to be tested. So, moving forward, do prepare to self-isolate to protect yourself and your families, because really sheltering in place, being prepared with food in your cupboards and medicines so that you don't have to go out, This is the best thing that you can do right now to protect yourself and your family and your loved ones. And yes, that means we all need to hunker down and maybe overindulge in Netflix if we have the opportunity. But please make sure that you're eating healthy and maybe find some sort of indoor occupations to, maybe lift weights or something, or even lift those canned goods can actually substitute as weights if necessary. But we do need to do some form of exercise, but staying inside and reducing our risk of exposure. So I wish you all the best, and hopefully you all come back tomorrow after I express my very strong opinions on this. And I wish you a good night.